Hello everyone. This video is part of Advanced English 2. This video is to talk about Japan, highlighting their cultural traditions or behaviors. When we talk about Japan, we need to have in mind that this country has been connected with the traditional and cultural heritage for all over the years. So over the years they have preserved with this tradition, with this belief, and they are remembered and recognized around the world. But as well, we need to understand that currently Japan is a key player when we talk about technology, communications, computers, manufacturing, cars, among others. So despite of the fact that they have been affected by natural phenomena such as hurricanes, typhoons, and earthquakes, their economy is really strong and it is attractive for many other countries to make businesses with them. About cultural aspects, greetings. For Japanese people, punctuality is very important. You need to be on time for all your responsibilities, for appointments, for businesses, for dates, etc. Because when you are not on time, you are showing kind of disrespect for your counterpart. Another cultural aspect is greeting. The particular way how Japanese people greet one to each other is bowing. If you are a tourist, if you are a foreign person, you can handshake and it will be fine. But for them, bowing is the particular and representative way how to greet one to each other. And the bowing is not the same for everybody. It depends on the person you are addressing to. The deeper you bow, the more respect you show. So it's not the same when you greet your partner, your friend, your classmate, than when you greet your teacher, your boss, etc. So that is the difference. Another aspect is about shoes. When you are entering to a house, when you are entering to a temple or a church, you need to remove your shoes. It's a very respectful tradition that you don't go inside the house or the temple with your shoes. You need to remove them. Usually there are some slippers provided by the guest for you to use inside, but if not, you can go into the house with the barefoot or even in socks. That will be fine. Another cultural aspect is that in Japan there is no tipping in any circumstance. They consider that the price is the price and you don't have to pay more for any other thing you have bought or any other service you have received. Even sometimes tipping is insulting, so you need to be aware because in our culture it is common and even in some cases it is mandatory, but in Japan you don't have to leave a tip. Another aspect is about food. We need to understand that is another part of the world with very rooted traditions. For example, one aspect is that you will find rice in all the possible presentations during all the day. So throughout all the meals you will find rice because rice is the representative product in the economy. Rice is part of the Japanese lives. Rice is part of the culture. So you will consume a lot of rice if you are going to Japan. Another fact is that Japanese people eat raw meat, especially raw fish. Maybe for us it's not very common, but for example, if you eat sushi, sushi is made of rice, raw fish, seafood, and some kind of vegetables. This is maybe the most famous and international dish. And in this case, we can see how they mix these both very particular traditions, the use of rice and the use of raw meat. About meat as well, when you are at the table, you need to observe some manners, how they act, how they behave once they are at the table. For example, if you are at the table, be aware that the person that begins to eat is the oldest person, so you need to be and observe that rule. Once at the table, you need to understand that they will use chopsticks, and they will see with glad eyes if you use them, or at least you try to learn how to use chopsticks. But if not, it will be fine. If you use chopsticks, you need to understand that you are not allowed to pierce the food with the chopsticks. You are not allowed, it is not well seen if you play with the chopsticks, if you make any unnecessary movement with the chopsticks. If you are not using the chopsticks because you are drinking or speaking or you stop eating, just put them along the one along the other near to your bowl on the table. That's all what you need. Don't cross the chopsticks on the table, or don't cross the chopsticks on the top of the bowl of rice, for example, because this is part of the ritual for funerals when Japanese people offer rice to the dead. So just be very careful about that. One aspect that maybe for us is kind of disgusting is the fact of making noises when you are eating, especially liquids. But for them it's perfectly understandable, the fact of making noises. The fact of slurping noodles or soup or any other food that is hot, for them that means that they are enjoying the food. Again, maybe for us it's disgusting those sounds, but for them are okay. Finally, remember, an empty glass means you want or you need more drinks. So if you leave completely empty your glass, they will bring you more drinks. But, so if you don't want to drink more juice, more water, more drinks, anything like that, you need to leave a little bit on the glass. And on the opposite side with the rest of the food, for example, the rice, that is typical. If you don't want to eat rice, you need to eat until the last grain of rice. So if you leave a little bit of rice, that means that you need or you want more rice. So it's kind of inverted. Okay, that's all in this occasion. Thank you very much and see you next time.